With breaking news and a live look at Oglethorpe Mall, where a shooting has sent multiple people to the hospital. Now, here's what we know right now. Police say 3 people have been shot. Their injuries are non-life-threatening, and one of the victims is a juvenile. EMS has transported them to Memorial Health. We are also learning 3 other people have been taken to the hospital for non-gunshot-related medical complications. Officials have not said what caused those medical issues. Thanks so much for joining us at 11. I'm Shannon Royster.
And I'm Brooke Butler. We have team coverage tonight as this story continues to develop. WJCL 22 News' Greg Coy is live for us at Oglethorpe Mall.
And Greg, what can you tell us from the scene?
Still very much of an active crime scene, Shannon and Brooke. You could see the crime tape behind me. You could see officers, their patrol cars all around the entrance of the malls, particularly the food court where we're told that this happened. Inside the mall, where we can't go inside, we cannot show you, we're told that officers, investigators, particularly the SWAT team, are combing the footprint of that mall, milling about, collecting evidence, protecting the crime scene, also looking to see if there's anyone that is still left behind that they need to talk to. Obviously, the mall is in a lockdown after that shooting that happened inside around the food court area, wounding 3 people, sending them to the hospital, creating both fear and panic. Tonight, police tell us that they're actively searching for at least 2 gunmen who apparently knew each other and started firing at one another, putting innocent lives here at this mall in danger. WJCL 22 News has been told by several witnesses inside that there were gunshots, as many as 12. Stores going into lockdown, employees and customers hunkering and sheltering in place. Tonight, Mayor Van Johnson and Police Chief Lenny Gunther, who you just saw on WJCL 22 News, holding a news conference to talk about this shooting that happened and the efforts underway to find those responsible to arrest them. Here's what.
Let me give it a little bit of my commentary on this right here. A lot of these youngsters out here, and I don't know if they was youngsters or whatever, but more likely they was young knuckleheads. I think a lot of these cats cannot separate what's real and what's fake now. Too much Call of Duty, too much Fortnite. Everybody want to be a gangster. You know, you got a crowded mall, and it's 2 knuckleheads in there with guns on them. Yes, we do have a right to carry. I am pro Second Amendment. Yes, I'm all of that. And yes, I carry it just like everybody else. But you got 2 knuckleheads that got a gun, and they see each other for whatever reason, whatever beef or oppositions or whatever, whoever they are to each other. And they started firing in a mall, in a crowded place. Luckily, 3 people were shot, and they all suffered from non-life-threatening injuries. However, there was I know it was one that was taken to the hospital for one shot, just a medical emergency, because you probably wasn't in shock, probably was scared so much. You know what I mean? It was frightening. Some people, anxiety just take over when they hear stuff like that, and they don't know the fight or flight. They just pass out. I don't know what's going on with this generation here. Everybody want to be a tough guy or a tough girl. Everybody want to be a gangster until you put those platinum bracelets on them. Then they crying and hollering for mama. Then what if they could have had fatalities all over the place? They said there was at least 12 shots fired in Savannah. I understand people are upset with everybody, and people might be talking mess online to each other and barking at each other. But in this particular case here, man, it was senseless. You do that mess, do that mess, y'all do the like the old cowboys used to do back in the day. They take 10 steps and then turn around and fire it. Go in the middle of the woods where nobody else can be affected by your ignorance. Agree to meet up somewhere. You know what I mean? Hey, we're gonna meet on Dogwood Street in Tree Hill at 2:30 in the morning. I'm just saying, take the civilians out of it. Most of these people just probably in there shopping, or the kid, or people just in there chilling. You know, back in the day, we used to go to the mall and just chill. I don't do that now because I don't hang around crowded places. I don't like crowded areas, bro, because of foolishness like this. Everybody's packing, but everybody don't have the proper training. Everybody don't go to the gun range to know how to use their weapon. Everybody just stick it in their waistband. And yes, I think Governor Kemp did pass a bill where you could carry a gun, especially if it's legal. You can carry a gun in the state of Georgia, yes. But not everybody. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say this because, I don't want nobody to lose their rights, but not everybody is capable of carrying a firearm safely. Some people carry a firearm and get emboldened. I wish somebody would step to me. I would put you down. I would do this to you. Instead of being responsible, like, man, I had this firearm. I pray that I don't have to use it. You know what I mean? It's just for my protection and protection of my family and you know what I mean? And I know that the old saying is the way you stop a bad person with a gun is a good person has a gun to stop a bad person with a gun. And I'm like, I hope I never have to do that. We did that enough in the military. But these youngsters out here will make you defend themselves. Defend yourselves against them. And this is sad, man, but I hope they catch these people. I hope they get arrested. We're going to watch a little bit more of this. And, I hope they get with everything coming to them since they want to be gangsters. But a lot of these cats cannot separate what's real and what's fake in their mind. They think, I hurt somebody, they get another life like Call of Duty. And that ain't how this thing operates, man. Let's go back to it.
They had to say.
There were two groups shooting at each other. I want to make it very clear that this was not an active shooter. The information that we have right now is two groups that appear to be known to each other. And at that time, they started shooting at each other. Anything about this incident, you could call Crime Stoppers, you could call the mayor directly.
I thank God. This could have easily been a 6 fatality event. And right now we're going to talk about any. I'm grateful for these gentlemen, the one to my left and these two to my right. I got here relatively soon after, and the response was overwhelming.
Now, WJCL 22 News has obtained surveillance video from inside one of the stores showing one of the gunmen firing his weapon outside the door, firing at someone, then ducking back inside and then firing again. The police today confirmed that they have seen that video. They know of its existence. In fact, we watched one of the employees who had that video on his cell phone bringing it over to the Savannah Police Department. WJCL 22 News, we had extensive coverage. We've been out here for about 5 hours now. I want to toss things over now to my colleague, WJCL 22 News reporter Tia Maggio on the other side of the mall. Tia, you've been talking to witnesses and employees about this whole ordeal, some of them watching, some of them hearing it, some of them telling you that they are shaken to the core. Tia.
Absolutely, Greg. Well, witnesses tell me that this is going to be a day that they look back on for the rest of their lives, because this was a day, Greg, that they genuinely feared for their lives.
Only words I can find right now is life-changing for sure.
Ricky Evans, along with hundreds of people at the Oglethorpe Mall Wednesday, say it's a day they will never forget. Evans inside the mall when a series of shots rang out. That's when he said chaos followed.
Everybody was scrambling. We had people running behind us trying to come in the store and let us, trying to get to safety. So they're asking us to please let them in the back of the store along with us.
City officials confirmed two groups shot at each other inside the mall Wednesday. With nowhere to go, Evans quickly taking cover, not knowing if the shooter was closing in.
I'm just waiting for a bullet to impact, the rear of my back or something, and just that feeling in that time when you're trying to run somewhere and get to safety, and then you just kind of like a sit and duck because there's nowhere to go.
This viewer shows the aftermath of the shooting. A significant amount of blood can be seen on the floor.
They pulled someone out on the stretcher, and they were trying to revive her while do CPR on her, but you could tell, like, you know, it wasn't looking too good at that point.
City leaders like Alderman Dietrich Leggett demanding justice.
For people to use open carry and shoot out here in the
I'm gonna say this. I heard the video. I heard the news guy said one guy was shooting and then running back into the store and then come back out and shoot again. They're just like these video games out here, man. If you're a youngster and y'all want to shoot out, go sign up for Uncle Sam. We on the verge of war. You better bet your ass we're on the verge of war. So go ahead and sign up and do your rightfully duties and go and serve your country. And I'm sure you'll get the opportunity to fire some weapons legally against some oppositions. Let me say that. It really upsets me because you really can't go nowhere these days. Every time my kids leave the house, they ain't kids no more, they're grown. But every time I'm just up there like, man, I just hope they don't run into no foolishness. I don't want to take their youth away from them and be like, hey, you know, don't go over there and be putting them in fear. But at the same time, I tell them to watch themselves, keep their head on the swivel, man, because you just never know what fool out here gonna lose it that particular day. You know what I mean? So always watching and know where the exit's at and move forward, man, because people out here has truly lost their moral compass. People just want to shoot and violent. And like I said, if that's what you really want to do in life, go and sign up for Uncle Sam. They'll find a place for you. They'll ship you right off in 30 days. You go and take that ASVAB test and and you ain't got to score high to be 11 Bravo. That's not downgrading none of my 11 Bravos out there. Some of those guys was good guys, man. I had fun with them in the field. You know what I mean? But those are them infantry guys. You know what I mean? They gonna get it done out there. So with that, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I hope everybody is safe. I hope they hurry up and catch the people that is responsible for this. And everybody want to be a gangbanger. I'm not saying the gang because I don't know. I don't have the information. But everybody want to be the best out here on these streets or gangsters. So, hey, there's a place for you. With that said, I'm Abel Yasharel. Until next time, peace and shalom. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Until next time.